Hey, welcome back to the Nets, your one stop channel for unbiased views and analysis of games, transfers, and teams and players. This is a super quick edition. I am going to just talk about my thoughts on what the future of Indian cricket looks like from these two games of IPL that we have had. So I won't go into much details about Mumbai Indians in the first game, clearly because they lost, but also because the idea of having this was I won't be following the entire IPL. I would rather just look at all the upcoming youngsters that we do have in the game. One of the biggest things that I did find was Bumrah. Let's talk about him first. Bumrah and his lack of Yorkers, and ever since he has come back from his injury, not too worried about it. Um, it was a big injury. Stress fracture on the back is definitely something that needs to be addressed, and he will get better as the series progresses. Uh, Rahul Chahar showed he is meant for the big stage. He is showing some wicket taking abilities. He's not afraid to toss the ball up, which will improvise once he starts getting handled by coaches. But I think he has it in him to get to be playing for India on the big stage. And Saurabh Tiwari for me showed lack of awareness, so that is a reason why he hasn't really made it big. He has all the shots in the book, but uh, the fact that he doesn't realize that was the time when he should have actually stayed there till the end. He tried to play an extravagant shot, and that didn't go well for him. So that's something that is probably keeping him out, and we have. I think we have enough people in there ahead of him for that middle order slot. So I do not see Saurabh Tiwari banging or knocking on the doors of the international team in the near future. Regarding the second game, massive umpiring error was something that needs to be addressed by the ICC. But that aside, Mayank Agarwal, amazing innings, but the lack of his finishing abilities show that not everybody can be an MS Dhoni. Mayank Agarwal definitely should have been there finishing the game. It was 3 runs of one ball. He got a full toss and he should have just tried to go for that extravagant shot rather than a sensible nudge and run, and you are done with the game. The one thing that I would stress on is the presence of Ricky Ponting and the change that we can see in Rishabh Pant already. Yes, Rishabh Pant, it was not a conventional Rishabh Pant inning where he's trying to go over long on or he's over mid wicket. It was more playing to the situation. He came in, he took those 23 balls before he started throwing his bat around, which I feel is massive considering where he is planned to be slotted in the Indian middle order. So I feel that this is probably the best thing that will happen to him, having somebody like Ricky Ponting in that dressing room. And I can see that Ponting will make sure that he is aware of his game, that okay, the first 20 balls are at least where you nudge it, get 15 odd runs, and then he has it in him to throw the ball around and clear the fence. So this is going to be huge for Indian cricket. Shreyas Iyer showed he has the match awareness, he has all the shots in the book, and he is an absolute first name pick, I would say, if you are talking about the Indian middle order, international Indian middle order. So he showed enough maturity. And the last thing that I would conclude with this on this segment is Ravichandran Ashwin. I hope he gets well soon. We have a big tour coming up Australia right after this series, and I think he did show some movement in his shoulder when the cameras were back on. So that's a good news for India. I think he will be instrumental when we do travel to Australia. And with that being said, that's all that I have for this edition. Youngsters to watch for today. One quick mention of Bishnoi. Um, Even he seems like he will be ready for the big stage pretty soon. Not afraid to toss the ball, has an amazing flipper as well. So he is going to be a big name in the near future. Well, that's all that I have. If you like this video, click the like button, hit subscribe. And if you like it, please do let your friends know. If you don't like it, leave it in the comments, give me a feedback, and I'll work on it. That's all that I have for today. Thank you. Have a good rest of the day.